WNBA final score, Lynx 111, Aces 58, Kayla McBride's record night. Get ready for an epic sports story. The Minnesota Lynx dominated the Las Vegas Aces, leaving no doubt about their prowess. In a thrilling WNBA encounter, the Lynx showcased their league-leading defense and offense, leaving the Aces struggling to keep up. With a 31-point lead, the Lynx proved their dominance, but the real story began at home for the Aces. But here's where it gets controversial. Despite the Aces' home advantage, the Lynx opened with a bang. Thanks to Kayla McBride and Alana Smith's back-to-back triples, Minnesota's defense focused on A'ja Wilson, the Aces' superstar, limiting her scoring and forcing tough plays. Wilson, usually a key player, managed just 10 points, a far cry from her usual impact. As Wilson struggled, so did the Aces' team morale. The Lynx dominated in transition, scoring 21 fast-break points in the first half alone. Even without their league favorite MVP, Napheesa Collier, the Lynx thrived. Jessica Shepard had a perfect first half, going 6 for 6. And this is the part most people miss. The real star of the game emerged, Kayla McBride. McBride put on a record-tying performance in the first half, hitting 8 out of 8 shots from the perimeter. Each shot seemed to defy logic, appearing to come from greater distances, yet her accuracy was impeccable. For jump-shooting enthusiasts, this was a highlight reel waiting to happen. McBride's performance was a sight to behold, and it didn't stop there. With a 33-point deficit, Aces coach Becky Hammon made a bold move, pulling her starters. The game was clearly out of reach, and the Lynx continued their dominance, setting new records. They scored a season-high 111 points, breaking their previous record, and set a new WNBA record for the largest road victory, 53. A feel-good victory, but with a scary moment. Near the end of the third quarter, Napheesa Collier turned her ankle, a worrying sight. The Aces team rallied around her, and thankfully, she was assisted back to the locker room with a minor limp. A close call and a moment that sparked discussion about player safety and game management. Quick hits from the game. Kayla McBride's second-half performance was a letdown, going 0 for 3 in just 5 minutes. A disappointing end to an otherwise impressive first half. McBride's first half was historic, and she became the only player in WNBA history to score 8 triples with 100% accuracy in a half. Jessica Shepard had an equally impressive game, posting an 18-point, 14-rebound double-double and a team-best +46 rating. Yvonne Anderson made her debut with the Lynx, while Diamond Miller was a surprising DNP coach's decision. A'ja Wilson's 10 points were a low for her, but she was one of the few Aces players to reach double digits. Along with Jewel Lloyd, a dominant display by the Lynx, but with a few controversial moments and plenty of highlights. What do you think? Was the Lynx victory a sign of their true potential, or a fluke against a struggling Aces team? Share your thoughts in the comments and let's discuss. Napheesa Collier, injured. Lynx star exits game with ankle injury. Imagine being at the peak of your game, only to have it all threatened by a sudden injury. That's the harsh reality facing WNBA star Napheesa Collier. In a stunning display of dominance, the Minnesota Lynx routed the Las Vegas Aces 111-58, a victory that would have been the stuff of legends if not for a worrying turn of events. Collier, one of the league's brightest stars, was forced to sit out the final quarter due to a troubling ankle injury. The injury occurred in the third quarter, when Collier collided with a teammate and landed awkwardly on her right foot. She remained on the court for several minutes before getting up and walking off with help, a sight that surely made fans' hearts sink. Despite the pain, Collier's determination was evident as she tried to continue playing. However, the severity of the injury was clear, and she was officially ruled out of the game midway through the fourth quarter. Lynx coach Cheryl Reeve expressed concern but remained cautiously optimistic, stating that they would worry until we know more. Collier, known for her versatility and skill, had a remarkable game before the injury, scoring 18 points, providing 5 assists, grabbing 3 rebounds, and making 2 steals in just 26 minutes. But here's where it gets controversial. Reeve did not regret keeping Collier in the game even after the Lynx had a commanding lead. "I didn't think the game was over," she said. "Sometimes these things happen." This decision raises questions about player safety and the responsibility of coaches in high-stakes situations. And this is the part most people miss. How do we balance the thrill of victory with the safety of our athletes? Is it worth risking a player's health for the sake of a record-breaking win? The Lynx's record-setting victory was marred by Collier's injury, and fans are left wondering about her recovery. Will she travel with the team to Seattle for their next game? Or will she return to Minnesota for testing? As we wait for more information, let's hope for a speedy recovery for one of the WNBA's most promising talents. Kayla McBride's historic performance, Lynx shatter WNBA road win record versus Aces. Kayla McBride and the Minnesota Lynx made history on August 2, 2025 by obliterating the Las Vegas Aces with a staggering 111-58 scoreline, a victory that will forever be remembered in WNBA lore. This 53-point margin of victory is not just a win, it's a statement, the largest road victory the league has ever seen. But here's where it gets controversial. Imagine if this win had come under different circumstances. The Lynx's star Kayla McBride led the charge, scoring a game-high 24 points with an impressive 80% accuracy from three-point range. Her performance was nothing short of extraordinary, but the night took a concerning turn when star forward Napheesa Collier had to leave the game due to an ankle injury. Collier's exit after a collision with teammate Alana Smith was a sobering reminder of the risks athletes face every time they step onto the court. Despite this setback, the Lynx didn't miss a beat. They stormed ahead with a 16-5 lead within the first quarter and never looked back. The halftime score of 67-33 was a clear indication that this was going to be a night to remember. The Lynx continued to dominate defensively in the second half, holding the Aces to a mere 25 points. McBride was the standout performer, but she was far from the only one making waves. Jessica Shepard contributed a double-double off the bench, scoring 18 points and grabbing 14 rebounds, while Napheesa Collier added 17 points on an impressive 70% shooting. The Lynx's offense was unstoppable, connecting on 63% of their three-point attempts and showcasing their teamwork with 32 assists compared to just 12 turnovers. With this win, the Lynx improved to an impressive 24-5 record, maintaining their top spot in the WNBA standings. Their recent performances have seen them score at least 100 points in 3 of their last 4 games, a feat that's bound to spark discussions about their potential for the playoffs. Meanwhile, the Aces, despite their valiant efforts, fell to a 14-14 record. This game will undoubtedly be a tough pill to swallow for them, but it's a learning opportunity that could shape their future performances. And this is the part most people miss. What does this historic win mean for the Lynx's season? Could this be a turning point that propels them to even greater heights? Or is it just a single chapter in a much longer story? Share your thoughts in the comments below.